partly mostly sunny 32, Toledo partly sunny 29. To NOAA Weather Radio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. The preceding tone signals were a test of the alarm device of this weather radio station. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers will be automatically activated by these tones to warn of impending hazards. Tests of these receivers are conducted by the National Weather Service between 11 a.m. and 12 noon on each Wednesday. This radio station, KIH 35, serves the following counties in western Pennsylvania: Allegheny, Armstrong, Beaver, Butler, Fayette, Greene, Indiana, Lawrence, Washington, and Westmoreland. And, in northern West Virginia, Brooke, Hancock, Marshall, and Ohio. And finally, in east central Ohio, Columbiana County. The National Weather Service now returns to our regular broadcast.
We interrupt this program for a test of the emergency alert system in the following Virginia localities: Newport News, Williamsburg, and the counties of Isle of Wight, James City, Surrey, and York. All EAS stations serving these localities are requested to broadcast the following test message for the Dominion Energy Surrey Nuclear Power Station. There is no emergency. The sirens you just heard were a test of the early warning siren system around the Surrey Nuclear Power Station. There is no emergency. The early warning siren system is designed to provide an alerting signal to the people who live within 10 miles of the Surrey Nuclear Power Station. In the event of an actual emergency, 4 separate 3-minute siren blasts would be sounded, each 3-minute blast separated by 1 minute, alerting you to tune to your local emergency alert system radio or television station. To repeat, the sirens you just heard were a test of the early warning siren system at the Dominion Energy Surrey Nuclear Power Station. There is no emergency. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Individual who fled the scene in a 2007
message is transmitted at the request of County, West Virginia Metro 911. Metro 911 is receiving multiple accidents on Interstate 79 in the Elkview and Big Chimney areas. At this time, the northbound lane is shut down in the Big Chimney area. Roadways are extremely slick due to ice. Slow down and use caution.
The preceding was a test of the National Weather Service emergency warning system for both the Athens transmitter, WXK56, and the Washington-Wilkes County transmitter, KPS 506. This test is conducted at approximately 11:30 each Wednesday morning, weather permitting. If this had been an actual emergency weather situation, the warning alarm would have been followed by an actual watch or warning. Reception of this broadcast and the warning alarm will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, will occur even if you are using a quality receiver in perfect working order. To provide the most consistent warning service possible, the warning alarm will normally be activated for warnings in selected watches within a 40-mile radius of your transmitter. This area includes the following counties in the Athens listening area: Banks, Darrow, Clark, Albert, Franklin, Green, Hall, Hart, Jackson, Madison, Morgan, Oconee, Oglethorpe, and Walton. This concludes the weekly test of the warning alarm system. We now return to our normal weather broadcasting. Lows in the mid-60s. This is a test of the National Weather Service NOAA Weather Radio Warning Alarm System. This test is conducted every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon local time, unless there is severe weather in the area, in which case the test is postponed until Thursday. Again, this is only a test. There is no severe weather in the area at this time. Guys, at no... The preceding was a test of the National Weather Service warning alarm tone. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially equipped receivers are automatically activated to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of these receivers by this system are normally conducted by the National Weather Service every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon. When there is the threat of or existing severe weather in the area on Wednesday, the test is postponed until the next available good weather day. The warning alarm, transmitted over National Weather Service radio stations in north central and northeast Illinois, will be activated for watches and/or warnings affecting all counties in north central and northeast Illinois, as well as counties in far northwest Indiana. Reception of this broadcast and the alarm tone will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at a distance from a given transmitter, will occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in perfect working order. This concludes the tone alarm test. We will now return to our regular program.
Test. This is a statewide required weekly test of the emergency alert system originating from the Maryland Emergency Management Agency. This is only a test.
Degrees, and the relative humidity 31%. This is the National Weather Service in Riverton, Wyoming. The preceding signal was a test of the NOAA Weather Radio Public Warning System for northwest Wyoming. The following counties and transmitters are covered by this test: Teton County by KWN 39, Yellowstone National Park by WNG 686 and WNG 667, Eastern Park County by WNG 563, Bighorn and Washington counties by WNG 568, Carbon County of Montana by WNG 563, Park County of Montana by WNG 686. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers can be automatically activated by the signal to warn of the impending hazards. Tests of the signal and your receiver's performance are normally conducted by the National Weather Service between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on each Wednesday. If there is a threat of severe weather, the test will be postponed until the next available good weather day. Reception of this broadcast, and especially the warning alarm, will vary at any given location. This variability can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver that is in good working order. We now return to our regular programming.
Lower 20s.
The National Weather Service in Chanhassen, Minnesota has just activated the warning alarm on 13 weather radio stations across central and southern Minnesota and west central Wisconsin. During dangerous weather situations, these specially built radios are automatically activated to warn for the hazard. Tests of these radios are normally conducted by the National Weather Service in Chanhassen every Wednesday at 1 p.m. If severe weather threatens the area near the normal test time, the test will be postponed until the next good weather day. The warning alarm will be activated for selected watches, warnings, and statements affecting central and southern Minnesota and west central Wisconsin. This concludes the test of the warning system. We now return to normal programming.
Service in San Diego has issued a required weekly test for the following areas in extreme southwestern California: Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, San Diego County, and the coastal waters from San Mateo Point to the Mexican border and out 60 nautical miles, including San Clemente Island. A test signal was broadcast to test the public warning system. The test is normally conducted between 10 a.m. and noon each Wednesday, weather permitting. The signal was also used to test the activation and emergency readiness of the Skywarn network of radio operators. This is the weekly test of the NWR radio warning device. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers will automatically activate to warn of impending weather hazards. The weekly test of the NWR radio warning alarm will normally be conducted by the National Weather Service on every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon. If severe weather is occurring or possible, the test will be postponed to the next good weather day. The warning alarm is activated for weather warnings and selected watches, hazards, and special non-weather events that affect the following counties: San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, Ventura, and Los Angeles counties and adjacent coastal waters. This is NWR Radio.
This is the National Weather Service office in Honolulu, Hawaii. The preceding signal was a test of NOAA Weather Radio's public warning system. This is only a test. Tests of this signal are normally conducted every Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon. If there's a threat of severe weather on the day of the test, it will be postponed to the next available fair weather day. For hazardous watches and warnings, the warning alarm tone will be activated for the following counties: in the KBA 99 listening area, Kauai, Honolulu, Maui, and Hawaii counties; in the WZ 2557 listening area, Kauai County; in the WWG 75 listening area, Maui and Hawaii counties; in the WWG 27 listening area, Hawaii County. This concludes the weekly test. We now return to our recorded programming.
This is NOAA Weather Radio, the 24-hour voice of your National Weather Service. The preceding signal was a test of the public warning and alarm for transmitters in the Florida listening area, originating from Ruskin, Florida. This was also a test of the same system or specific area message encoder. The same system will alert only the county or counties affected by a particular warning. These tests are conducted each Wednesday between 11 a.m. and noon, and again between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. unless return to regular programming. The Tampa